Okay, so we went up to the other hive. We robbed a frame out of it. This frame has eggs, larvae, a little bit of brood, honey, and same thing on the other side. The key thing is the eggs and the very young larvae. This should give these bees the chance to make a queen and save themselves. So that's the intent here, is to put this in there with them and give them the chance. Okay folks, we're back here down by the old oak tree at what we call the rain hive. If you've been following along, this is the hive that we were queenless little over 2 weeks ago. So we're about, I don't know, 17 days maybe, 16, 17 days
or
right
so,
now.
yes.
And so what we did was we brought a frame of a mixed frame. So there were eggs, larvae, some brood, a little bit of everything in the frame. We brought that down here to give this hive the opportunity to make a new queen because they were queenless. What we're going to do today is we're going to open this up. Now it takes 16 days to make a queen bee from the time the egg is laid to the time the queen emerges. Once she emerges, then she'll take a few days before she begins her mating flights. So if we introduced eggs and larvae somewhere in there, they could have created a queen, and she should have emerged by now. I doubt that we'll see her. These queens are very elusive. We'll kind of take a look, but I'm not going to spend a ton of time looking for the queen. Mainly what I want to see is the temperament of the hive. I want to see if there's any evidence that they made a queen, and let's see what they did. If they are still queenless and they did not make a queen, then we're going to have to come up with another plan of what we're going to do for this hive. So I've already given them just a little bit of smoke, but to be honest, so far they're very calm, and these bees are very docile to begin with, so I like these native bees. Remember, we've captured all of our bees from swarms here locally. We don't purchase any bees, we don't purchase any queens. We let the bees make their queens, and we try to work in a natural process of beekeeping. First thing I notice, of course, is the population still looks decent. The bees are so far pretty calm. Now they just became aware that I'm here and that I've opened the hive. So we'll see what that does to them. I'll turn this upside down because there's bees all over. So again, remember last time we looked at this hive, there was a large amount of honey, and that was about it. If I look at this here, we can see they're still making some honey on this frame. Nice capped, not very thick comb yet, but you know, they've made some comb and capped it. So I don't know which frame I brought down here. We'll have to kind of watch as we go and see if we figure it out. I didn't go back and look at my video, but looking at this frame here, I do see a queen couple of them, and there's nothing in them. So it is possible that if this was the frame, that a queen could have emerged from that. And so this probably was the frame, had to be the frame. I'll tell you why. So right here we have 2 bees emerging. So here's a worker bee, there's another one right there. So typically to make a worker bee, 21 days. So that tells you that that egg was laid 21 days ago. There's 3 bees emerging right there. So these cells that are still capped are yet to emerge. The fact that we have emerging bees tells us that this was indeed the frame that we added, because that's the only way you could have emerging bees, because there was 0 brood, eggs, larvae, anything, because they had been queenless for a little bit of time. So the good news is there was a queen cell right there. There was a queen cell right here. So the bees are showing evidence that they did in fact make a queen. Oh, there we go. 2 more queen cells right there. Another one right there. So these bees did, there's another one over here, another one there. So several queen cells from this frame. That is exactly what we wanted them to do. We gave them a frame with eggs and larvae, and that gave them the ability to make a queen. And they obviously did what they were supposed to do. That's how beekeeping works. And they did it the natural way. They made a new queen. Now, what's the next challenge? So that queen, obviously, to be effective, has to mate. So this is the right time of year. Plenty of drones out and about, and she definitely can go out and get mated, but she has to survive the process, because sometimes what happens, just what probably happened with the previous queen, is they go out to mate and they get eaten by a bird or something and they don't make it back. So she still has to prove herself, I guess, by going out and mating and successfully making it back to the hive, and then begin laying more eggs to make more workers. So the good news is, evidence is they made a queen. So that's all I wanted to do today, was just verify that they did in fact do what they were supposed to do. We have verified that. We know that a queen was made based on the queen, all the queen cells we saw in that frame. What we don't know is, has she successfully been mated based on the timeline. So we had bees emerging now, 21 days. It only takes 16 to make a queen. You know, I don't know the exact calendar days of everything that we've been doing this. So it's possible that she's already mated. Now, I didn't see any evidence on that frame that there's any eggs or anything, so I doubt that she's laying yet. But we'll come back maybe a week. We'll give it a week, and then we'll come back and check this hive again. And what we'll be looking for next time is eggs, larvae, any evidence that she's actually doing her job and laying. So far, success. Hey folks, Jeff and Lorena here at Back to Country. We're back down at the hive by the old oak tree. We call it the rain hive. The reason we're back, if you've been following along in the videos, we just need to do a little checkup. If you remember, this hive went queenless. We took a frame from another hive with eggs and larvae. It actually had a little bit of everything, good mixed frame. We put that in there, and then we left. We had to go out of town, back to the city. And 2 weeks later, we came back. We checked it. There was evidence of queen cells that had been made. There were obviously no queens in them anymore. So we suspected that this hive did in fact make a queen, which is exactly how it's supposed to work. However, because it was only about, I don't know, 16 days at the time, 18 days, the queen had not got to the point yet to where she was laying eggs. So we've left it now. It's been, what, another week, 2 weeks, what? Another week or so. And we've left it alone. And so now we just want to go in real quick. I don't have no smoke or anything. These bees have been real calm, so we're hoping they'll stay that way. But we're just gonna go in real quick and check and see if there's any evidence that the queen is in fact laying eggs. And hopefully everything's good. So first thing I notice is that there is a good population of bees, and they are not happy that I'm in there. So not bringing smoke was probably a bad idea, just because I can tell already that they are a little bit unhappy. It is late in the evening. Our temperatures here right now, it's about 94, 95 degrees. Our days have been hot, nearing 100. And so, you know, we're waiting till the evening time so we don't die to get in here. Everything looked good under the lid. I don't see any small hive beetles running around, which that's always a plus. The population is fair, but that's to be expected because we didn't have a queen in here. They went queenless for who knows how long. When we discovered it, there was absolutely zero brood. And so we did put that one frame in there, and it had some bees, so that helped to reestablish some of the population. But if we didn't get a queen that's, you know, successfully mated, then we still have a problem. So here's the frame that she would have been made from. And we're trying to see, do we have any evidence? So there's pollen, and there is nectar, honey. I do not see any eggs. Although really hard to see in there because the lighting's not good either. Sun's already going down. There's a small hive beetle running around. The problem is, if they did in fact produce a queen, what happened to her? This frame here has got a lot of nectar. I mean, they're still working. Tons of nectar, pollen. Resource-wise, I mean, looks good. Unfortunately, I still see zero evidence of a queen. That's not good. Seeing those queen cells last time and evidence that they had in fact made a queen, we were very optimistic that I was just going to be able to get in and get out on this. Unfortunately, oh wait, nope, here we go, here we go. Success. Okay, there we go. We got some brood, we've got larvae. So that's what we wanted to see. So capped brood and larva. So that tells us right there we do in fact have a laying queen in there. Oh yeah, this other side too. Lots of larvae in here. Everything we want to see. So that's it. Mission success. Now I'm going to put this back together because that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to get in here, verify that there was in fact evidence of a laying queen. I don't need to spend time looking for the queen. I don't need to see the queen. All I need to do is see the evidence that she's there. And the fact that we've got larvae, lots of larvae, you know, that tells me that she laid eggs at least 4 or 5 days ago, most likely, based on the size of that larva. I'd say 4 or 5 days at the most, maybe 3 to 5 days, somewhere in there. Anyway, that's what we want to see. And we'll worry about whether she's a good queen or not later on. You know, we'll worry about brood patterns and all that kind of stuff. Right now, I just want to know they have a queen and that the hive can continue to grow. We're not worried about honey production or any of that kind of stuff with this hive, although they're doing a good job. Hang on a second. We do have, okay, 1, 2, 3. So we've got about 3 frames that are still empty.
Are you gonna put some of the tenacious powder?
No, I don't. I only saw one
bit.
hive beetle, so I think they're okay. And we're done. That's all there was to it. So as always, folks, thanks for watching. We appreciate your support. And we'll see you on the next one.
Hasta luego, amigos.